Hello, everybody. Let's talk about general investing and the way you should, or maybe one option of thinking about investing. When you're on the sidelines and you're not invested is different than the way you should be thinking if you're invested and maybe have some money on the side. Right now is one of the greatest opportunities you will ever have, period, to get into investing, to get into the stock market, to get into cryptocurrency, and not so much real estate. So we're going to take that out of the way. A lot of people wish they get in on a crypto, wish they get in on a stock when it's an all-time high. And they're like, yo, I'm going to buy this like crazy, but it's so high. I'm going to wait until it retreats. When it retreats, people don't buy. I don't know why, but it seems like people have a tendency when things are at a height, they are scared to buy because they think it might go lower and they're waiting for the low. But when the low comes, people don't buy because they think it can go lower. It's crazy. If I personally had money on the sidelines and I was not invested at all, I would be dollar cost averaging because I cannot time the bottom. And most people that are not invested in the game cannot do the analytics to try to figure out the bottom. And even people in the game cannot time the bottom, cannot do it. People can say they timed the bottom, people can get lucky with timing the bottom, but you cannot time the bottom. It's not going to happen. So if you have money on the sidelines and you're waiting to invest, if it's crypto or if it's stocks, I would just do a buy order, whether it's a daily or a weekly or whatever buy order. I don't know the bottom of crypto, and crypto is more volatile than stocks. I currently have a buy order for my cryptocurrency. I am buying every single day a certain amount. I had a certain amount allocated on the side. At this point, I don't know what's the low and I don't know what's the high. So I'm dollar cost averaging over the next 30 to 90 days. Why 30 to 90 days? I'm just waiting to get into the next quarter to see what's going to happen with the CPI data. We're going to get CPI data in July, we're going to get CPI data in August, and CPI data in September. By then, we're going to have an FOMC meeting in July, we're going to have an FOMC meeting in September. We're going to get the inflation numbers, we're going to get the employment numbers, we're going to get the Fed's numbers, we're going to get the Fed's speeches, and a lot of things in between. That's why I picked 30 to 90 days. That's my justification. I could be right, I could be wrong, but if you're dollar cost averaging, you're always going to get the averaged best possible price. You might not get the best price, but you're definitely not going to get the worst price. You're going to get the averaged price. Now, in order for dollar cost averaging to work, you got to dollar cost average daily. One of my friends, shout out, we were eating dinner the other day and he's like, hey, I have a buy order every single week for Bitcoin. And I said, hey, change that to daily. Whatever that number was. Let's say he was investing $100. I said, divide the 100 by 7 and invest daily that amount. Whatever the amount is. It doesn't matter, the arbitrary amount. Same thing with stocks. You should be buying stocks, dollar cost averaging daily. Put in a buy order. I don't like limit orders. I don't like to buy at a certain price and I don't like to sell at a certain price because I got hurt with that before. But that's also another strategy. You could say, hey, if Bitcoin hits 20,000, I have a buy order for 20,000. If XYZ stock hits $10, I have a buy order for $10. If XYZ stock goes back to $8, I'm going to sell at $8. That's another strategy. If you are on the sidelines, I believe, in my personal opinion, this is not advice. This is what I would do if I had money on the sidelines and I am not invested in the stock market. I would DCA the dip. You don't know when it's going to be the high and you don't know when it's going to be the low. But overall, this is a ridiculously low time to buy stocks and crypto, both. That doesn't mean it can't go lower 20% or 30%. I'm just saying that we are at the lower end of where markets are. But we can still go down an ish ton. If you can hold over the next 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 3 years, I think you're going to be justly rewarded. I think for the stock market, you're going to be rewarded before 3 years, to be honest. Crypto, I'm not sure. I think you can be rewarded in the next 12 months, 36 months, but you could also be rewarded in 30 days, but I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly think crypto, it's going to take 2 to 3 years to recover. I think stocks is going to take 1 to 3 years to recover, probably in that 12 to 24 months span. On my videos, I told you why I believe this is going to happen. I also explained to you why I think crypto is going to recover. I also think with crypto, there's going to be some amazing winners that were overlooked during these last cycles. Now, if I invested already, I'll take me for an example. I was buying this whole time down. I started buying in December. I timed the market wrong by around 6 months. But I was buying in December all the way till around the last, I don't know, month and a half or so. I was buying the whole time. DCA, stocks and options, buy. And the options that I was buying was mostly 99% leaps. So I have options for January 2024. Why? Because I honestly think that the stock market is going to recover in the next 12 to 24 months, like I just said. So I'm buying leap options. Leap options means you're buying a contract today at a fraction of the price in order to be able to buy shares in the future at a certain price. That's as simple as I can make that. So if I have money right now in the market, I was already buying. If I didn't buy, or I did buy, I would still be on the sidelines today. And for stocks, I would be waiting to see what's going to happen in quarter 2. I'm going to tell you a secret. So that's my plan. So for crypto, I would be DCAing the dip every day. And I would allocate, like, let's say you have $10,000, $1 million, $100. It doesn't matter. Break it down for a daily stipend that you can put into crypto over the next so much time, right? If you think crypto is going to be down for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 1 year, 5 years, doesn't matter. Try to allocate a certain amount. And if you don't have that money, like, waiting for you, then take it out of your paychecks as it's coming, as you have residual income, as you have some type of income coming in. That's for crypto. For stocks, I would wait for second quarter to invest. If I am already invested, and if I'm not invested, I would be buying this entire time like crypto. That's my personal plays. You cannot time the market. Does not mean it's not going to get worse. It also doesn't mean that we're not going to have a rally like we did for the last week. There's a lot of things called priced in. And priced in means we're anticipating what's going to happen in the future. For example, we're priced in that we know Jerome Powell will raise 75 basis points the next meeting. We believe that after that is going to be 25 or 50 basis points. If we do 75 basis points next meeting and then we have 50, the market's going to react positive because they're going to say, okay, the worst is behind us. If that happens, things start to rally. Right now, we're trying to get inflation under control. Cool. That's all bullshit. 35% of CPI of inflation is due to energy. We cannot control energy. So all of this inflation, all these interest rates that we're raising does not affect energy in any way, shape, or form. And if you can't affect energy, which is the underlying reason that there's inflation for everything else, why? More cost to produce something in delivery, that's what costs money. You have to deliver. And your machinery needs gas to work. Gas is a crazy thing. You have crude oil, and then you have to refine and transport that crude oil, and then you have actual gas that you use in every single day life. There's a couple of things that we can do to change the inflation for gas. We need more freaking gas. The problem is the refineries don't want to make more gas because they're making crazy profits, and a lot of people don't want to invest in more gas, oil, crude oil, because everything is moving towards EV, towards green. So either open up the floodgates for freaking gas, pipelines, all that stuff, and I'm not saying one way or the other, or push EV like a mofo, like full force EV. I do think EV is the future and renewable energy is the future. And I think because of what happened right now with this crisis, people are going to move forward into that. Even a lot of your huge gas companies are investing in EV. Because of everything that's happening, that's why I am waiting for quarter 2. I am sitting back and relaxing. I sold some of my stocks a little bit ago. I made this very public on my channel. And I was able to accumulate around 50,000, 55,000 on the sidelines, which I'm going to reinvest into the stock market. But I'm not going to do it before quarter 2. And if I miss the bottom, which I might have already missed it, maybe we start recovering after this. Who knows? then that's okay, because I don't need to hit the bottom. I need to hit the bottom-ish. So that is what I could tell you. These are my own personal opinions. The reason I made this video is because a lot of people are scared. They have no idea what to do. They're scared. They're antsy. They're anxious. Everybody wants to make money. Someone's saying this. And now, don't listen to all the freaking YouTubers. Don't. If you notice the sentiment now, every mother effing YouTuber, it's the end of the world. Market collapse. Crypto collapse. Recession, depression, stagflation. I'm guilty of it too. People want clicks. I try to catch myself when I can, but this is what all the YouTubers are going to do. And then you know what's going to happen? When the markets are going to start coming back up, they're going to say, to the moon, everyone's rich, buy, buy, buy. This is what happens. So the last piece of advice, or not, I don't give advice. The last piece of theory I can give you. Do your own freaking research and use everything that people say on social media as do your research on that. That's it. Do your research on everything. And if you're going to invest your money in something, whether it's a single crypto, some type of crypto, a stock, real estate, precious metal, anything, do your own research. Look at history. I urge you guys to actually open up a book, open up a website, whatever, and do your research. That's how you learn. That's how I learned in everything. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. And when you start investing, you're always going to think that you're a mother freaking genius. But at the end of the day, relax, don't have a chip on your shoulder, and slow and steady wins the race. I hope this in some way, shape, or form helps you. And at the end of the day, if you believe in America, we're going to come back from this. A year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 or 5 years, whatever. I think 6 to 12 months is the next amount of pain that we're going to have. Then we're going to barcode, and then we're going to come back. But conditions change daily. So I'll give you guys an update next time. Thank you.